Hi guys, Jordan from PMP Campers. Just going to do your handover video on your beardyman conversion VW. So we're starting on the bonnet. Air filter sits over here on this left hand side. Power steering fluid, this one just here at the front there in this reservoir. Brake fluid attached to the servo down the back, just at the top there. Your engine oil dipstick is this one, just down here. Got a couple of little bits on the sides to allow that to come open. Your engine oil filling point is this one just here. Washer fluid, this reservoir just here at the front, and then you got your engine coolant, which is this one just here to the right of that. Your actual starter battery, so your engine battery, is this one over here. So that's not your leisure battery, it's got nothing to do with your leisure, but that obviously works exactly how it should because we haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. It has got a split relay because when you, due to this sort of fuse that's in here, when you start the engine up, basically your engine battery charges up as well as your leisure. So if you take the van for a nice long drive, you'll have both leisure and engine batteries both nicely topped up. So that's under the bonnet. Your fuel filling point is this one just inside here, so you need to have the passenger door open to get this open. And that's why there's no lock on the actual cap itself, because you actually have to have the door open to be able to get it open. I'll show you around the inside in a minute. Back of the van, not sure if there's too much to show you, but we'll have a look. So loads and loads of storage in here. You have got your a couple of bits here. So your battery charger when you're on hookup is that one just there, and your main RCD and MCBs are in this little locker just here. So if I open that up, well, you can't really see it, but so if you put your hookup cable into the van and then notice that nothing was working, basically have a little look inside there and make sure they're all in the upright position rather than down. Loads of storage underneath here. So yeah, loads of storage in that cupboard there. Again, more storage underneath the bed if you need it. That just comes open like that on a couple of magnets. Your standalone, or hook-on but standalone kind of table is this one just here. So that's just inside the back door to save you some storage space on the inside. I'll just close these over now. Hookup point is this one just here. So if you had access to a hookup cable, it is ideal to be able to have one in as much as you possibly can, because then you sort of keep your leisure battery topped up and it shouldn't sort of die at all. I will show you in the cab as well, but I'll just point out to you that you've got a diesel heater where the exhaust, I'm not exactly sure where it is, but they have a little exhaust down there, probably by the other, the actual main engine exhaust. But your diesel heater is a thing that makes that kind of clicking noise. I'm not sure if you can actually hear it on the video, but when you get in the van and start using it, you'll notice a little bit of a clicking noise outside. When you use your diesel heater, that is completely normal. It just kind of that's just the way. That's kind of how it sounds when the diesel's being pulled through and sort of, made to turn into hot air. So that's that. Your leisure battery sits underneath the driver's seat just here. You've also got a little controller down there. I'm not sure if that's because it's got a solar panel or not. I'm not sure. Light down there telling you the voltage in your battery and how good it is. Obviously it's saying 70 and 12.4 because at the moment I've got the fridge on, the diesel heating on, I've got pretty much everything on, so that's why it's saying 70%. So that is completely normal. 2-burner hob up here, which will obviously only work when your gas is switched on, which I'll show you how to do in just a minute. But it is as simple as push this button down to get your spark to go across. So that's a piezo igniter is what that's called. Press that button down whilst pushing in and turning either one of these, depending on which one you want to light up. It's a nice Dometic unit. This is all one unit obviously, but it's Dometic, so it's a really nice quality brand. So you shouldn't get any problems with either of those. As well as the sink and tap configuration is also really nice and simple. I will run you through this control panel properly in a minute, but I'll just point out with the pump, if you want to get any water to come up through the tap, you have to have this switch on over here, which says water pump, and the main power switch there. So without this main power switch being on, none of these lights over here will work. All right. So I'll just switch this off for a minute. Right, so as long as you got your water pump switch on, you can then come here, pull the tap, and you'll get water coming through the tap, and then the pump stops as soon as you switch it off. So, well, I'll move the seat forward in just a minute. Okay, so you've also got under here is your two water tanks. So the fresh water tank is the one on the left hand side here, because you've got the little pipe going up, clear pipe going up there up to the tap, and the one to the right of it is your waste tank. So you can take both of those out and empty them and fill them up as you need to, but that's which one's which basically. You've also got to the right of that is your gas locker, and turning the gas bottle on is turning the nozzle, the red bit at the top, anti-clockwise, and turning it off is clockwise round to the right. So if you have that switched on, you'll be able to use your two burners up here. That is the only thing that works on gas in this entire van. Just like a lot of the VW conversions, it is literally just these two burners that work on the gas. All right, so that's them up there. So like I say, you've got your two water tanks in here, fresh and waste, and your gas locker just there to the right of it. In the middle there is a little bit of storage if you need it, if you want to put some stuff in there. But yeah, that's up to you. Right, so I'll just pop this fuse back in. Just popped out. Right, so you've got a couple of little bits in here. So you've got a main fuse board here. These are all just spare fuses. They don't actually do anything. That's just something holding them in. Main fuse box is just this one here. Tells you exactly what fuse does what. So you've got lights, color LEDs, pump. So if you thought you had an issue with any of those individually, you can go in here and just have a little double check and make sure they're all okay. But mainly, you've got this main power switch down here at the bottom, and then you've got these three switches up here, which all do something individual. So as long as you've got your main power switch on, you can press this button here for your color LEDs, which are these ones underneath, and you've actually got something that will change the color of those. I'm not sure how it works actually, but you can basically use this to change the color of the lights if you want to. You've then got heater, so that'll turn this power on here for your diesel heater, which by the way, the heating comes out through this hole, this sort of vent down here. The last one there, like I showed you already, is the water pump switch. So if you switch that on, it literally just sends power to the pump inside there, and allows you to bring the water through. It's nice and simple. So that's your kind of little control panel unit area. So at the minute, I'm not going to use the diesel heater anymore, but I'll show you just how to make it work basically. As long as you've got this switch on up here that sends the power to this, if you push and hold on this button here, it basically come on like that. It'll say H3, the fan starts, and then you can just turn it up wherever you want the fan to be, and then basically just leave it, and it'll start to warm up, and the diesel will start pumping through and ticking away, and then after a short amount of time, you'll have some heating coming through the van. When you eventually want to turn that off, you do the same thing but in reverse. So you push and hold on the off button there, and then you can just switch the power off up there to your heater as well. But it is as simple as that. It's nice and easy. So yeah, that's your control panel area. You then got your fridge down here. So it's a 12-volt fridge. It doesn't work any other way. It doesn't work on mains or anything like that, or gas. You've literally just got an on and off switch basically for this. You can adjust the temperatures if you want to, but it's pretty straightforward. You just got this sort of freezer section up here, and then a fridge section underneath that. You can open the door up from either side, which I think is pretty clever. It just means that if you've got the bed out or something like that, you can still open the fridge up. So that's that. Up here you've got this little unit up here, which is good for sort of like if you have your hookup plugged in, you can use any three of these, and your little USB sockets at the bottom as well. This is a better view of what I was showing you a minute ago. So your battery charger is the one on the left just here. So like I said, when you plug a hookup into the van, this will start lighting up and showing you that your battery's being charged up. But you've also got these little switches underneath here So if you plugged a hookup in and none of the, you know, if the charger wasn't working, or your plug sockets weren't working or something like that, it's always really useful to go in here and just double check that they're all in the upright position and showing red. So that's that. Nice sort of colour matched screen there as well. Obviously I've got the roof up at the moment, so you can see there you've got loads of space to stand up and walk around in, and the VW logo embossed bottom of the bed there. The bottom of the bed, literally, you know, you can literally just pull this down by hand, and then you've got a load of space up there. It's a really nice high opening roof. Obviously got brand new gas struts on everything, so new, obviously because it's all brand new, you've got your new gas struts on the bottom of the bed and the roof as well. If you want to add a little bit of stability, you can tighten these down a little bit, just for when you know, if it's a little bit windy outside, you can just like sort of tighten these up a little bit so they've got a little bit of sort of grab on them, and that'll stop it from kind of moving around if it would. But to be honest with you, these roofs are so strong. I mean, even in the storm a few months ago, we left all the roofs open because they're that strong, and they don't sort of tear or rip or anything like that. So yeah, you're all good on that one. All of the lights around the van, well, not all of them, but most of them have got their own individual switches on them. So like this one at the back here has got the same thing. You have also got a little USB function on each of these. Well, this light back here has got a little USB on it, so you could possibly like plug a phone into that and leave it up on this little top section or something. You've got lights that come down via this switch just here underneath, a nice long LED strip, which actually, bearing in mind it's daytime at the moment, that is so bright. So yeah, really nice on that one. The cab is all pretty straightforward. You've got a 6-speed manual gearbox. Air conditioning works from that switch just in there, and that's obviously as well as all of your heater controls and things like that. A nice big double-din Kenwood head unit, which I'm pretty certain has got everything you can imagine in it. You know, USB, Bluetooth, all that sort of lot. You've also got cruise control on this left-hand stalk just here. Lights are over there on the right-hand side there, and you've got your electric adjusting mirrors over there on the door. The bonnet release is down in the bottom right-hand side, just to the right of the accelerator pedal, and your handbrake just there between the two seats. So yeah, I think that's about it really. The diesel heating, you can probably see there, it's a little bit smoky at the moment. That's because it's never actually been used before, so that will happen for a little bit. Just like a brand new diesel vehicle, or even a new petrol car will be a little bit smoky for the first few times of using it, because it's you know, all the pipes are brand new and things like that, so it is quite normal. So yeah, I think I've pretty much shown you everything I can. Make sure that you turn the gas off before you start driving anywhere. Make sure everything's sort of stowed away properly and things like that. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much it. And if there's anything else you want us going through or anything like that, just let us know. But otherwise, look forward to seeing you soon to collect your van. Thanks very much.